It's just a temporary condition. I'm Brian Withers, empowerment coach, trainer, and author. Well, everything about your life is a temporary condition. If your health is not the way you want it to be, it's a temporary condition. If you've got a little money flow instead of a bigger money flow, it's just a temporary condition. If you've got a job you don't want, rather than the one you do want, it's just a temporary condition. If your love life is not where you want it to be, it's just a temporary condition. If your business is not performing the way that you want it to perform, it's just a temporary condition. See, everything is a temporary condition because when we are supplying or broadcasting low vibration energy to the law of attraction, then this is the movie that plays. That's our life, right? So the movie, our physical life, is the exact equal to the energy that we're broadcasting. So when we're, talking about ourselves in ways that are feeling, low vibration, or others, or just our ability to have what we want, if it's not in a place that we're feeling good about it, then that's the movie that's going to play. But we could switch that movie anytime. We could start to switch it. Now, it's not going to switch as soon as you change the thoughts. The momentum has got to change, but you can get it to play here. So you're now offering high vibration momentum, and you're doing that on a dominant basis, and you switch that momentum because as you offer that new dominant high vibration momentum energy, then it does become dominant in terms of what's going through the law of attraction. And then what's on the movie is this movie, which is a much more pleasant movie. So you've got the choice at all times. And so this physical life that we have, it's not nearly as solid as what you may think it is. It's very changeable. It's very changeable. And you can change it just by changing the thought energy going on inside of you, the beliefs that you have. As you change those, then you can start to receive the better health condition, the better wealth and abundance flow condition, the better feeling job experience, the better feeling business experience, the better feeling relationship experience. You see, you got the power to change all of that stuff because it's all within you. You're projecting it from the stories that you tell, what you believe about aspects of your life and yourself and whatnot. So if you want to have the better flowing version of life, you want the physical world to transform into the better experience that you want, then you've got to think good things about yourself. You got to know the wholeness of who you are and how amazing and brilliant that you are as a human being and what that all means. Which I talk about in my books and other videos, of course. You got to know how the universe works. You got to know the creative process, how the cycle of joyous expansion is set up and it's serving us. When you know that, then you understand every situation in life and that it's an equal to the energy we're broadcasting, which is this image, which is the mirror. Everything, everybody in your life is a mirror to the energy that you have within you. And so when you know that the contrast of life, the things that you don't like, causes you to dream, desire what you want, and then as you're focused positively, you receive that and your physical life changes to what you want it to be. You see, when you know all this stuff, then the thoughts that you have, the thoughts that you're projecting and the beliefs are the high vibration variety. And that puts you on this movie of joyous expansion. And so you look at your life, it's a movie, and what's the movie that's playing, because you get to decide what movie's playing. The physical world is just showing you what you got going on in your energy world inside of yourself. That's your beliefs, the way you talk about things, the way you think about yourself, the way you think about others, the way you think about what you can have and how that all works and flows to you. That's what determines how your physical life is flowing. So it's important to understand that, and it's very helpful in many situations. Again, whether it's health or money flow or job or relationship, business, any of these things, if you just look at them and you think, oh, it's just temporary, right? It's this way because it's the way I've been thinking about it. And that changes everything, because now it doesn't feel like things are outside of you, that it's hard, that you got to go outside and do something, you got to change somebody, you got to talk to somebody, you got to get somebody to do something for you. It's none of that. It's none of that. You see, it's just you going inside of you and changing the story, telling the things that you talk about in your mind and how you talk about them. And it's very interesting to think that just simply by the way you talk about yourself, talk about life, talk about your dreams, just simply by the way you do that within yourself, literally is what's behind the physical life that you're living, because it's what causes the manifestation of all of that physical stuff. And it's a very, very interesting thing when you realize just how powerful your thought energy is, and this physical life that is all around us is absolutely the manifestation of that energy from within you. So that's a really great perspective to understand about life, that everything is temporary. It's a condition. That is a condition of the energy that you're offering. So again, as you go into the various aspects of life in terms of how it works, how this universe is set up, understanding everything is a mirror, understanding the amazing, brilliant being that you are, and how desires are born and they turn to physical things. We receive them through our thought energy, and then they show up in our physical planet. So it's that easy, really, to change the life that you want and have the things show up in the way that you want them. I had a coaching call today, and the person had mentioned about in the past, I think it was back in high school, they literally had a class they did, and in the class they covered the book The Secret. And so this person had got quite pumped up over the whole thing, and as they were leaving, they had this idea of what they wanted. I believe it was a pizza from a certain shop, or something like that. And so they walked out, and literally somebody showed up, a friend of theirs or something, carrying this pizza box. It was the pizza they wanted, and the person offered them a slice of pizza. Now, everything in life can be that easy, because when you have a dream without no resistance, right? So that would have been the case for this person, because they were hearing this information, and they would have been really pumped up, thinking, wow, I can think of things and they'll come into reality. And so there was no resistance about that. And so they just put it to the test, which is basically what I do with those easy intention experiments. It's the same thing where you're thinking about something, and when there's no resistance, it shows up. So everything can be like that. Everything can be like that when you think about something. But what has happened is, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to business, when it comes to money, when it comes to job, when it comes to everything, we have beliefs. We develop these beliefs that tell us it's going to be hard, or we can't have it, or it takes a certain amount of this or a certain amount of that. So we put all kinds of conditions around the having of something, whereas if we would just not do that, we just think about what we want and why we want it, and feel the excitement of that, or the enthusiasm of that, with no resistance, everything could come into your life as easy as a purple football, or a slice of pizza, or any of these sort of easy intentions that we hold, where there's no real resistance, because there's no time commitment, there's no money commitment, there's no education commitment, there's no commitment. It's just a thought that kind of feels interesting or good, and no resistance. And so the universe will bring and more particular, your inner being will orchestrate a path that has you absolutely connecting with that thing. So again, whatever your condition is on planet Earth, this physical world, it is a temporary, even if you like it the way it is, it's still a temporary condition. It's still the manifestation of the energy that's active right now. But as soon as you change the active energy to something different, then the condition is going to change. So you could have a host that you like, and then you could decide, well, it's still a nice host, but you would like a different kind of host. So now you're focused more on the host that you want and feeling the emotional essence of that and feeling the appreciation for the host that has served you so well. Now you have all good, positive energy. And so the temporary condition that was the host that you had is now going to change to a new temporary condition, which is the host that you want. But it's still a temporary condition. And as long as you like it and you're talking in good ways about it, and you're not afraid to lose it, right? Then it's going to stay with you. But if you introduce that kind of resistance, that something may happen and you might lose your house, well then that's the story you're telling, and that's the manifestation that's going to come. That's the new temporary condition. But when you're solid with the way life works, all of this stuff, then you just don't go to those fear places, those worry places anymore. You're just confident that, oh, I got this house and I'll have it for a while, and then I'm going to want even a different house. And then it's just your mind starts to think in more. You're going to have more and more and more. It's never about you're going to lose anything. That's just all faulty belief stuff. Just whatever you got, it's just going to be more. And you look forward to, enjoying what you have and realizing at some point you're going to want it to be different, to be more. And you can have it. It will be showing up just like the one you have now, kind of thing. So that's the message for today. I want to really put that point home, that don't get really wrapped up in this physical world as you being stuck in anything or having a condition that you can't shake or it's going to be hard to get out of. That's nonsense. That's all faulty belief stuff. You can change your physical reality. You can transform it just with your mind, because that's where it's coming from in the first place. Everything about your life now is coming out of your mind, your conscious and your subconscious mind. That's the energy that's behind what's manifesting. So you change that, you see, it makes life all easy. Now you can be empowered to know that you can change it at any time, and it's just a temporary condition, and it's something that you have full domain over. Okay, so that's the message for today. Thanks for listening in. If you have any questions, leave them on the post, and enjoy your day.